Welcome to the latest Latin2Latin Connections segment of the South Florida Community Roundup, where we bring you expert insights on the important topics for our community. Today, I'm honored to introduce our special guest, Juan Saavedra, a globally minded leader and a strategist with over 15 years of experience driving social impact, business development, and community empowerment across Latin America, Europe, and the United States. Currently, Juan serves as the director of the Six Pillars Partnerships at the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance. Before taking on this pivotal economic development role, Juan held leadership positions in government and international organizations, including serving as chief of staff of District Number 4 at the City of Fort Lauderdale, as well as the roles with NUFIC at The Hague and Pro Mexico in Brussels. His international career has given him a unique ability to bridge cultures and connect leaders across sectors to create lasting impact. Deeply committed to advancing equity for the Latino community, Juan is also a co-founder of Poder Collective, an initiative that empowers emerging leaders and serves as the secretary of the Hispanic Heritage Chamber of Commerce. He holds degrees from the National Autonomous University of Mexico and British University, I hope I'm saying it right, Juan, and is proud alumnus of Leadership Broward Class 39. Welcome, Juan, to Latin2Latin Connection podcast.
Thank you, Mindy. I really appreciate the invitation and honor to be here. I love working with you. I look up to you. You are definitely someone, but this is really serious. Even before my time with Poder, with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, you are definitely a pillar for the community, a person that I really look up to. So thank you for having me on your show.
I'm very honored and surprised, humbled by your words, because this is about you and this is about me showcasing you in my radio podcast. And I'm really excited to have you. I know we have some news to talk about. But most importantly, let's talk about who is Juan, because we have met before. I met you when you were with the city of Fort Lauderdale, and you helped me a lot with all the events and activities with my clients and everything, and always were there for me. So I also have a lot of respect for what you do. But let's talk about yourself. You're from Mexico.
Super Mexican. I always brag about that. For me, community is everything, and I think I'm gonna go through that reasoning for me why I work so diligently for the community. But yeah, very proud to be Mexican. Very proud to connect with my hermanos y hermanas Latinas here in South Florida. So yeah,
I know. I love Mexico. First of all, I lived in Mexico almost 6 months, and I'm from Puerto Rico, as you know. But there's a romance. There's a beautiful relationship, contrary to what people may think, between Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. The music, we share a lot of that. Mexico is so cultural. It's so rich. Colorful. I just loved. I felt so welcomed when I lived in Mexico.
And I think all the Latinos, part of our DNA to some extent touches Mexico, telenovelas, the food.
Yes.
And then obviously when you move to other countries, United States, South Florida, it's so diverse and so beautiful to see other cultures, Peruvian food, Boricuas, Colombians. It's really pretty amazing.
So how long you been in South Florida? Because obviously on your bio, you've been all over the world, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But how long you've been in South Florida? What brought you to South Florida?
I've been here 10 years, 2 months, and maybe 1 day.
Okay, you have it to the T.
Well, as you mentioned on my bio, I moved to Amsterdam. I lived there for almost 3 years.
Oh my God.
My master.
I loved Amsterdam. I was there this year. I loved it.
It's one of my favorite cities.
Beautiful people. Yes.
Oh my God. The
culture.
Progressive, very smart. People speak 3 languages. Completely different world.
Yes.
But then love. I follow my heart, and I was in a relationship that kind of like have to make the decision of either long distance or cut it off or continue. So love brought me to the States, and after 10 years, I'm very happy to call South Florida, Broward County, home. And I'm thriving. I'm connecting with the community, so I'm very happy.
It's amazing what you're doing. So, first of all, I think I know when you're brought to a new place because of love, because you're following someone and you're following your heart, and that makes it very special, right? And so I'm glad that that was the excuse to have you in South Florida.
Yeah.
And hopefully, this is for many, many years to come. But in any case, let's talk about the stuff that you're doing. My God, it's just amazing.
Thank
So
you.
you working for the Alliance. The Alliance, tell us what is the Alliance. Some people may not know everything you do and why it is important, the connectivity with the world, in terms of the global view that you bring to the table. And let's talk about your role after that in particular.
So the Greater Florida Alliance is the primary economic development agency for Broward County. We basically promote, the county and all the thriving businesses globally. Obviously, mentioning we have a very business-friendly environment, a very strong workforce when it comes to any type of industries, and outstanding infrastructure with, you name it, the industries related to the marine industry, aviation, life sciences. Also, headquarters plays a big role for us as a target industries. We promote the international presence on Broward County as well, and we definitely promote, which is one of the things that the marketing team does very very well, the quality of life. Yeah, I mean, we
Yes,
definitely
beautiful.
is unparalleled. I mean, we are so fortunate to live in a place that has everything, right? And
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people from up north come to just to visit, and they fell in love with the cities and the quality of life, and then that's when we can elaborate on them to if they want to be relocated to South Florida, for example.
So, so let's talk about that, because sometimes people, Fort Lauderdale is between Miami and Palm Beach, and sometimes people don't understand the dynamics and the beautiful
Yeah,
little city and manageable. It's like a small community, but it's also a big city at the same time.
correct.
And basically, going back to what you were talking about, Alliance. So you guys make sure to tell the world, both domestically,
Mhm.
internationally, that Florida is an amazing place to do business and
Yeah,
to
Broward
live
County.
there, right? Broward County.
Yeah.
So tell us, so you go and talk to businesses in all the parts of the states as well? What do you
So
do?
we have a retention piece, which is basically the one that deals, and we tap into companies and businesses that are already present in Broward County.
Okay.
We
Hmm.
have a very extended outreach program. We call it Bravo, on which we have a questionnaire. We talk to the companies and basically thank you for doing business in Broward County. What are the needs? What are the conditions of the company? Then we also receive a lot of requests from the state at the state level from Select Florida, our sister or big umbrella at the state level when it comes to economic development, on which companies international they show some interest. I don't know, in Pompano or DLF or Miramar for a specific needs for that specific company. For example,
Okay.
aviation or
Hmm.
warehouses or flexi spaces. Then we also generate a very robust group series of information, the source book. We also have maps that will
Hmm. Like
basically tell the
like heat
story.
maps
Yeah,
that tells the
the,
corridor, like the tech corridor
right, that the
or the
technical map
healthcare
is one of the
corridor. Hmm.
correct. So those maps have different
I do my
goals.
homework,
One,
you see.
very good. No, thank you for doing that. So yeah, they basically showcase how industry heavy and diverse is Broward County,
Yes.
and
Well,
then
Broward, let's talk about the diversity, because I think people need to understand the workforce diversity, the different type of, you have already mentioned some of the industries, and that
Mhm.
goes into your new title. Congratulations, number
Thank you,
one, to
thank you.
become the director of the Six Pillars Partnership. So tell us what that is.
So the Alliance as the economic development group, we also have a foundation. And so we basically adapt the six pillar philosophy from the Florida Chamber of Commerce, again at the state level. This is just a strategic visioning plan for the community on which the community can get involved at any point in time, basically starting from next year.
Actually, let me stop you for a second because I want to make sure that the audience and whoever's watching us that understand what this means. You actually seek out, you do
Correct.
like a listening session where you seek
Yeah.
out input from their community. I've been invited many times to attend. You literally provide
Yeah.
input into the future of the city, into the future of
Yeah.
the county,
Yeah.
from an economic development and many other areas of importance, correct?
Yeah. Correct. So throughout the foundation, our idea is to gather all that information, that input from the community, and put it on the paper on which the co-chairs and basically the decision-making people, you name it, elected officials, people in nonprofit sectors, they basically gather together. We provide all that information in one plan. Hopefully, next year we're gonna be meeting with the community, and so we are gonna have our annual report to the community on April 8th.
Okay.
So
And that's gonna be you invite people to come
yeah,
in and listen to that plan, right? So
correct.
anybody can solicit to be part of that and listen and contribute, correct?
That will be, yes, correct. That will be our biggest event for the foundation, April
Okay.
8th, the annual report to the community. But throughout the
Okay.
year, we're going to be, receiving and welcoming everyone to get involved in providing input for those 6 pillars. That's talent and supply
What
education.
what are the 6 pillars so people
Yeah,
don't
okay.
understand?
Number
So
one is talent supply and education. Anyone
okay.
related who has any experience in this industry is more than welcome to come.
HR. Mhm.
Innovation, economic development, infrastructure and growth leadership is the third one. Business climate and competitiveness. Again, as a region, we identify that we work collectively better.
Mhm.
Then we have civic and governance systems. And last but definitely not least, the quality of life and quality places. And these all 6 pillars are definitely aligned to the biggest goals that we do from the business development side,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Because our secret sauce is obviously, attracting and trying to people to invest in Broward County, generating those high quality jobs in the county or in the region. But then throughout the foundation, we gather all the community together.
That's great. So just to park on that topic with the Alliance and the role that you're doing, you're there to promote both a state level, national level, and global level,
Correct.
bring in businesses and people that want to establish, they want to work and live and play in Broward
Yeah,
County.
that's
And
absolutely right.
and that's part of what your role is. And your role, it's one of the, as a director level, one of the top staff members as well of the Alliance, correct?
Then so we have as co-chairs Kathleen Cano from the United Way,
Oh,
Cindy,
wonderful. Yes.
Cindy Mason from Florida Blue,
Yes. I
and
know these
Commissioner
ladies.
that they're really amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Commissioner Michael Udine from Broward County,
Yes, of
and
course.
then obviously every pillar has co-chairs. But yeah, I
Hmm.
mean you will definitely receive more information if you may. I can definitely tap into your platform to invite everyone who lives
Absolutely.
in the county to be part of these conversations next year.
That would be fantastic, and we'll put it in the social media when we promote your show. Let's switch a little bit about your other extracurricular activities because you're so busy and involved with the community and giving back. You just recently became a co-founder of a Poder Collective.
Yeah,
I want you to talk about it briefly, and we'll talk also about the Hispanic Heritage Chamber
yeah.
and your role there. So go ahead. Tell us what you're doing.
So at the beginning of our conversation, I said that community for me is everything. All
Yes.
my family is in Mexico. So for me, when it comes to my free time and the involvement that I wanted to have outside my 9 to 5 or whatever work I'm doing, I really wanted to work into my two biggest communities, the LGBT community and the Latino community.
Mm.
Unfortunately, with all this new administration, I feel like I have to pause my political, passion. And over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been more focused on the business part.
Okay.
So actually, one of the co-founders and also a good friend of mine, and you know him too, he very well. He's also your friend, John Moreno Escobar.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Actually, we met when we were working in politics, and then we kind of have a coffee conversation, say, hey, what about if we put together, or no, actually, he was offered the president of the Hispanic Heritage Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. So he
But
was,
everything was on paper only. We only
okay.
he had the paperwork. It's like you only have to say yes, and you have to build it up from scratch. So we put together the group of the board. We designed the logo, the website, everything. So on that,
That was amazing.
It was really amazing. We've been so blessed because, again, the need was, we didn't have a Hispanic space for Broward County, although for businesses,
For the business side, correct.
although we represent
like there's a chamber. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just to compare, in Miami-Dade County, there are several different chambers, but there's one in particular which is also affiliated or work together with the ones over here. So we needed a voice. We definitely needed a voice. So
so Miami has the South Florida Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
They've been in business for 30 years.
With
But
Lily Lopez,
as a business owner in Pembroke Pines, being part of that chamber does not add any value to you and your business. So Broward County, the need was there. We saw the opportunity. We grabbed it, and then we basically exploded. We've been so blessed to have, Jones was the first president. Then we have Andres Mananjares as the interim president.
Yes.
Marisol.
Marisol, yes.
Absolutely amazing job. But again, we represent 34 to 38% of the population in Broward County. And still, we didn't, up to 3 years ago, we did not have a space for the business community. It was a little crazy to look at the numbers. But the success has been so great because of the dynamics of the population and obviously the business, right? I mean, we identified that more than 90% of the small businesses are the ones who really employ and are the core of the business in Broward County.
Well, I think that I'm glad that you bring in numbers to the table, but the impact, because that's how that's how we tell the story. This is not about creating hopeful ideas. This is about, I mean, there's hope, but there's facts. There's facts about that we are employing people, we're impacting the economy of Broward. We are very diverse. We speak English, we speak Spanish, and if we have to speak any third or fourth language, we're willing to learn it too.
You're absolutely right.
And I think the most important thing is that voice, and that we are started sitting at the table. And I've seen the manifestation of how companies are responding to the chamber, and that has been terrific. So then you leap into Poder Collective, which is actually another way to take Latinos to the next level. So tell me a little bit about that.
So let me just finish with the chamber. So with that, we created a space, and it's rolling and growing. But then we were talking about, okay, what's next? We want to talk about a legacy that will really have an impact on the community. So together with Juliana Faust, who is also the co-founder.
Wonderful lady. I have it also in the show to talk about Poder Collective. Yes,
that's right. So then, we gathered together and say, hey, what's next? So we put together the fellowship program that is now also divided, or another arm is the conference for 2026. And then we have the Poder Talks, which is like a more small gatherings for C-suite level individuals, most of them Latinos, but we also looking at
wonderful talks. I love it. Yeah.
I mean, this is just a project that we didn't, in my opinion, we didn't understand the need again for individuals to really have that, extra energized mindset to be leaders. So Poder is definitely helping us to develop culturally conscious leaders in any industry, right? I mean, we
tech, health, anything,
government. So this is definitely more at the individual level. But again, back to the community. And that's why, in my opinion, everything that I do is very well connected, right? Because through the Alliance Economic Development at the county level, the Hispanic Heritage Chamber of Commerce is more obviously catered to the community. And then individually is Poder. So that for me,
it's full circle.
yeah,
I mean, you have the role to invite companies to come and do business in Broward. I'm biased, sorry, about Fort Lauderdale, because that's where I lived for the past 20 years. But at the same time, it's the voice, giving a voice to
correct.
to the Latino business owners, solo entrepreneurs, medium and big, large organizations,
Yeah,
and then further developing leadership skills.
correct. Yeah.
So everything is with the intention for advancement, and I think that's fascinating. I want to ask you a couple more questions before we wrap things up. How do you feel having lived in Amsterdam, coming from Mexico, and then living in Florida? Is there a common thread about these experiences, or do you see distinguished differences in your life in these three different locations?
Well, I definitely see a difference when it comes to the perception of an immigrant in Europe versus United States, right? I
Oh,
mean,
interesting. What
unfortunately,
is that?
that has been very polarized. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm,
politicized, right? I mean, now
mm-hmm.
if are Mexican, you have to, the labels are there, right? So I
Yes.
have to say, I've been here for 10 years. For me to land a job in government or like a real job, it took me 2 years and a half
Mm-hmm.
of applying for jobs, sending resumes, had a few interviews, but it really was until someone really believed in me, which my former boss Ben Sorensen and Mayor Dean
Oh,
Trantali,
wonderful. I
who
love them
really
both.
I will never forget the day that he called me. He's like, "You're my guy. Let's do this." And we roll District 4 for almost 3 years. And that really helped me to understand the landscape of the community and
Mm-hmm.
also kind of like to align my purpose, right? Because again, like you said, I'm busy, but I don't feel I'm busy because I'm purpose driven. I know that what I do will impact the county, the economics of the county, uh, culturally, socially, economically, and obviously my two communities. So again,
That is fantastic.
for me, 10 years from now, if I look behind on time when I moved here, I'm like, okay, I feel very happy, but I know there is a lot of work to do. So, um, going back to what we started communicate the conversation, Mindy, thanks to you and your partnership and your leadership, I know that the future is going to be bright for the community.
Oh, this is so sweet, but this is about you because you're the future. I'm just
Yeah,
doing
but
this. I'm just pulling you. I'm just pulling the people behind me because I'm already in another stage of my life. But I want to make sure that we have a voice, and that's the reason why I have this podcast. And I'm
thank
glad
you,
that
thank you.
people tune in. We have to wrap up, but I know I am telling my co-producer Richard I'm going to be, 1 minute longer than usual, but you are the future of Fort Lauderdale and for Broward County, and even beyond that. So I want to commend you for what you're doing. I want to thank you for joining me on the radio podcast, Latin2Latin Connection. Um, Thank you so much for the leadership that you have, the Alliance, and I thank you for the people at the Alliance for everything they're doing, also for Poder Collective and the Chamber of Commerce, of course.
Yeah,
Just to wrap things up, Latin2Latin Connection is here to bring a voice to Latino entrepreneurs, business people, and civic leaders to share insights about the vibrant and growing Latino community in South Florida. For those interested in reaching out, please contact me at info@l2lmarketing.com or visit our website at l2lmarketing.com. And we want to know about the topics you are interested to discuss, especially that are important to the South Florida community. We please tune in every third Saturday at 7 a.m. During the South Florida Community Roundup and we'll put all the information in the social media. Next month, I have a very, very special surprise. It has to be with the Latin music. So I'm
yay,
excited about that. Yeah, yeah,
sabor
exactly.
latino. I love that.
Yes, yes, yes. So stay tuned y hasta la próxima.
Attention South Florida. Tax season is here and we've got you covered. If your annual household income is $75,000 or less, you qualify for free expert tax prep services through Broward Tax Pro. Don't wait and file early to get your refund faster. We'll help you claim every dollar you deserve. For more information, call 954-964-8884. Or you can visit HispanicUnity.org/services/taxes for locations near you and required documents. Get your taxes done free and fast. Call 954-964-8884.